When I was young and still studying in the university, I wanted to explore all kinds of philosophies. No, I never intended to master them. I wasn't a serious scholar of these philosophies. I was just a dabbler. My purpose was quite pragmatic. I needed a set of principles by which I can make value judgments in everyday life. And I thought philosophy would be the place to find them. Now, there were quite a lot of value judgments that a student had to make during our time. For example, should you cheat in your exams when the opportunity presents itself? And if everybody's doing it? Or how about, should you lie to your parents if you are invited by a friend to an all-night party? And then, should you plagiarize on your term paper? Especially if the deadline is quite close and you're running out of time. You know, it didn't occur to me then that the study of philosophy was pretty useless for these kinds of value judgments. I didn't realize then how easy it was to deceive ourselves. We can always come up with some rationale and justification for doing even the most wicked things. We can draw on all kinds of authors and thinkers and philosophers to justify what we've already set our hearts to do. We can find a reason to justify cheating in an exam. We can find reasons why it is necessary to lie to our parents. We can find reasons why it is perfectly fine to plagiarize on our term paper. Unfortunately, once you are set on this track, you can justify a whole lot of things. You can justify cheating on your spouse. You can justify bloating or exaggerating the numbers in your company report for as long as you don't get caught. Anything is justifiable if it will result in a raise or a promotion. You can justify accepting bribes as government officials because anyway, everybody's doing it. You can justify killing people by treating these people as less than human. But the Apostle Paul reminds us that this is not how we should be living our lives. He tells us that there must be a firm basis for how we make value judgments in every decision we make in life. Listen to what Paul said in his letter to the Colossians. And you, who once were alienated and hostile in mind, doing evil deeds, he has now reconciled in his body of flesh by his death, in order to present you holy and blameless and above reproach before him. If indeed you continue in the faith, stable and steadfast, not shifting from the hope of the gospel that you heard, which has been proclaimed in all creation under heaven. The Apostle Paul was urging the followers of Jesus to continue in the faith, to stay with, to abide, to remain in what they believe in. They should not easily turn away from their faith. They must be stable and steadfast, grounded and established. This means that one must dig deep and build a strong foundation for your life on our faith in Jesus. All our value judgments must be based on this rock-solid foundation. We draw out our principles for how we live our lives based on this foundation of faith. And we are to stand on these principles, live by them, even if it is not convenient to be honest, even if we create enemies by telling the truth, even if we lose opportunities by not participating in evil deeds. We must stand by the principles that are grounded on the gospel of Jesus. So let us learn to be firm and steadfast in our faith. Let us be stable in how we continue in our faith. Let us live our lives standing on rock-solid principles that are consistent with the will of God. And as we learn to stand firm in our faith and in the gospel principles that we ought to live by, always keep in mind, faith matters too.